But Trent leaving definitely leaves a sizable hole in the team. I know that we've talked before about how you'd like to see Conor Bradley given a chance because at the end of the day, he's a very good right back, but he has missed about 50 games due to injury since the start of last season. And from purely a fitness point of view, it's difficult. Is it difficult to say that he can be relied upon in Trent's absence?
Yeah, look. Your best predictor for injuries is in the future is injuries in the past. So that maybe tells you something about his fitness record. I did think it was very interesting. Slot recently saying that he felt that part of the reason for the injuries was that Conor Bradley is in and out of the team a lot, and so his body is not kind of growing used to a 40-game season. Or if he gets on a run of games, then that his body will suddenly break down because it's not kind of used to being in that rhythm. So maybe Liverpool think that there's something they can do there, and they've had a very good record for injuries this season. So they do know what they're talking about. So that will be interesting. But in terms of quality, for me, there's absolutely no doubt. And I mean, if you were looking out there for a right back to replace Trent, you're never going to find someone with the same qualities. I mean, he's an absolute freak of nature, really. Nobody plays right back like him. So you'd be looking for, okay, who's the best orthodox right back we can sign, who's of a decent age, coming towards the prime, we can improve. And if Conor Bradley played for anybody else, you'd be saying he would be an absolutely ideal signing. He's an unbelievable footballer, and he offers you, he's better defensively. I don't think there's a question about that. He's not as good in terms of progressing the ball with his passing, but he is still progressive. He's very good getting forward. Again, he showed that when he came on the pitch against Chelsea. So for me, if you've got a quality player like that coming through your academy, you've got to make use of it. And he absolutely is that quality player. So I think he should, and I think he will be given the chance to do that if those concerns internally are not quite there over his injury record. You definitely need a backup of some form, whether that's a centre-half you sign who can play right back or whatever you do there, because I do expect Joe Gomez to leave. You do need some help and some cover in that position, but he should be starting next season at right back for Liverpool. And in fact, he should be starting the next 3 games as well.
So you've mentioned there about potentially signing a backup to Conor Bradley. I have seen suggestions that Liverpool obviously might need a starter, but as we've discussed, Bradley has plenty of qualities of his own. But if Liverpool did sign a backup to Bradley, would they potentially be a competitor who maybe Bradley jostles with him for a starting spot? Because I know this name has been doing the rounds, Jeremie Frimpong. I know you've got doubts about it, but the name has cropped up again recently from other transfer journalists. So I'm just wondering, is it purely just a backup where we expect Conor Bradley to start and maybe the person that's brought in isn't as strong of a defender or as strong of a right back as he is?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, with the Frimpong thing, I think I saw what David Ornstein wrote yesterday, which is kind of or said, which was kind of that he's going to be on the market. It's going to be fairly cheap. He would jump at the chance to join Liverpool, but that doesn't necessarily to me mean that Liverpool are interested at all. I mean, he is a right wing back. He's not a right back at all. And again, when you've got someone like Conor Bradley who can nail down that shirt, is Frimpong going to want to come and kind of be the backup to that? I don't think so. And I don't think he would be a better fit for that role than Conor Bradley is. So for me, I'm skeptical about those links. And I do wonder with Bradley being so young and you needing a backup there, essentially, would Liverpool be better signing a kind of Simicast type or a more experienced guy who can be the backup rather than, because if you're getting someone younger than Conor Bradley to back him up, they're going to be a child. So you need someone who is maybe more experienced to be playing that role. So, it'd be interesting. I mean, I've noticed a couple of journalists have kind of dropped Ola Aina's name in, and that would be an interesting one, wouldn't it, on a free transfer? An experienced backup there who would, complement Conor Bradley well. So that maybe that could be the one that Liverpool go for, or something of that ilk. So that's one to keep an eye on. But the idea of getting someone younger than Conor Bradley to back him up, I don't think that's going to be the way. So maybe that's, you find other ways around it. But I think there's no question that you can't go into next season with Conor Bradley as your sole right back because, you still don't have that evidence that you can get through that much of a season.